This is the gospel according to the IRS, Breaking Points and Church Financial Updates. And now, here's the authority, Dr. Michael Chitwood and Breaking Points.
Hey, Michael Chitwood, Breaking Points. Grab your pad and pen. I'm ready to go. I'm hot from yesterday. I'll tell you, if you've known the phone calls that we've had on this thing, it's just been absolutely outstanding, extraordinary what God is doing. If you have a vision or dream, then all you need is one thing. You need money or finances. Now, a lot of your church folks don't even like to say the word money, but I found this out. There's really nothing wrong with money unless you just don't have any. I'm talking about to do the work of the Lord here. I'm talking about helping people. We're not in this thing to get rich. We're in this thing to help people. And that's what you're in it for. Pastor, get your house in order now. Here's the reason why. Grant money is available out there. There's so many things that you can do. Yesterday, do you have your pad and pen, by the way? Yesterday, we talked about the political agenda. We talked about buying tax votes. We talked about the gross pay and the net pay. I talked about all of the organizations. Did you know that HHS, which stands for Health and Human Services, is the largest grant-making organization in America today? Last year, they gave $200 billion away for grants. Now, ladies and gentlemen, why couldn't that be you receiving some of those funds? Listen, you don't need a lot of money. You just need the amount of money that you need to carry out the vision that God's put in your heart. I've often said this, look, I don't need a big crowd. I don't need 2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000 people. I just need the right crowd. People that want to do something for God. People that wants to change their life. People that wants to change other people's lives. You can do it through grants. Grants. Now, first of all, you need to know that you need to qualify for a grant. Grab your pad and pen. Let's get started for today. And by the way, I hope you're continuing this on the same paper and the same pad that you had yesterday, because when we finish this series, you'll be in a position to know what you want to do and how you want to proceed. So, if you qualify, and you will, you need to realize, number one, that this is a lifestyle. This becomes where you do it over and over and over again every year. Now, what's important about that is simply this, is that once you get your grant, this is a program that you may be able to receive it from 1 to 4 years. And then the 5th year is where we'd like to see the sustainability plan kick in to accomplish those things that you want to accomplish. Number two, if you do qualify, number one was if you qualify, it's a lifestyle, you do it over and over again. Number two, if you qualify, there are thousands of organizations out there that will give you private funds and public funds. There's plenty of those out there today that will do that. And number three, if you qualify, you need to know that there's different categories. There's different categories for you to qualify to. Now, write this down. There are 2 categories that you need to deal with today. Number one, and that is what we call umbrellas of money. Just think of it as an umbrella, and then you have an umbrella for each category of money. So the first category I'd like to deal with today is what we call individual categories of umbrellas of money. So we call it individual umbrellas of money. Individual ranks of money, if you would, please. Areas that you can go and receive funding for your dream or your vision that God's placed into your heart. And you know what? That's all we want to do. I've often told our entire organization that helps so many pastors across America is that what could be better than taking care of a man of God who is always taking care of so many others? Do you realize, Pastor, what you could do if you just had some additional financing? Just think how big your dream could go. Think how big your dream could follow if you just had the proper finances to do what God has placed into your heart. And by the way, don't you ever let anybody restrict your vision. In fact, I think I need to say this right here. Don't you ever associate with people that drag you down. Don't associate with people that have no vision. The Bible's clear, without a vision, you will perish. Don't you associate with dream killers. There's more dream killers out there. Every time you have a great dream or a great vision, you've always got somebody standing around that's trying to kill your dream. You don't need to let that happen, because you're a great person to carry out what God's put into your heart. So, number one, we have individual umbrellas of money. And under individual umbrellas of money, there's several areas. You have minority groups, you have veterans, you have elders, you have all kind of groups in that area there under that category of umbrella. Do you know what I mean now? Now, on your pad, you should have category number one, which is individual umbrellas of money. That's a category, and we've got minorities, We've got elders, we've got veterans, and you even have women under there. So A, B, C, D would be elders, women's, minority, and women. And then the second category of umbrellas of money that we have today is what we refer to as corporate umbrellas of money. Corporate umbrellas of money. And under that, there's 4 things that I'd like for you to make a note of today, because this is setting you the stage. This is building the foundation. See, a lot of you think that this is some type of a scheme that you just get rich quick by. No, this is not a scheme or a plan that you just get rich by. This is something that becomes a lifestyle. It's something that you can have to carry out your dream or your vision for whatever you want to do. Battered women, unwed mothers, youth center, nutrition, substance abuse. Ladies and gentlemen, fatherhood, motherhood, daycare, elder care. The list just goes on and on. Corporate umbrella of money, there's 4 things. A, you have what we call individual corporate umbrellas of money. Is number 1 is the individual umbrellas of money, and number 2 is the corporate umbrellas of money. And under number 2, put down number A. We have what we call a S corp. S, the letter S, S corporation. And number 2, we have a C corp. C is in Charlie, C corp. Number 3, we have a LLC or an LLP. And the last category that we have there is something very special, and that is that you can now establish any type of organization under there that would be a CDC, an EDC, an NPO. All of those qualify for corporate umbrellas of money. Now, the only thing that you need to realize is this. You just need knowledge. It's all about knowledge. Knowledge is power, and power is knowledge. The question is this. Do you have a vision? The answer is yes. I know you have a vision. I know you do. I know you have a vision. If you don't have a vision, then I'm going to pray that God will help you increase your vision, that He will give you favor to find more vision, because every community that you have needs to have some needs met there. There's needs in every community. My question to you today, what need are you meeting in your community? I know this. If you will trust God, if you will believe God, find that vision, find that dream, and don't let anybody take it away from you, God will help you accomplish what you want to accomplish. Until next time, this is Michael Chitwood. I'll see you tomorrow on Breaking Points. Thank you.
Breaking Points gives you the latest IRS updates and tax law. Pastor, if the IRS came to your church today, what would you say? If you really want your house of worship in order, call 1-800-345-9117.